I don't have much to say substantively about the case, but I did want to just thank the jury for the verdict. It's obviously been a long trial, and it was quite, I'm sure, an inconvenience for them in their lives to commit this kind of time. We felt like we had their attention every day, both the prosecution and the defense. They fairly considered the evidence, and they've returned a verdict that's supported by that evidence. So we're very grateful for their commitment. And Odin Lloyd's family, these ladies here who you saw sitting in the front row every day, they were committed to seeing this thing through and for trusting in the process and trusting in that the jury would deliver a fair verdict. And I think they're very satisfied with that. We're very grateful and actually drew strength from their commitment to show up every day and let the process play out as it would. So I'm very grateful for the jury, and also, as you'll recall, when we started the case, we had just lost our district attorney, who went on to be the mayor of this great city. And I wanted to thank, again, the governor and the lieutenant governor for the appointment of Thomas Quinn. He was absolutely the right man for the job, and he was part of the team, and it was important to keep the team intact because we had come so far working on the case, and it really has been a team effort. And I'm very grateful for all the agencies that have been involved in this, and I couldn't even name them all for you. It would take too long. But obviously the chief of North Attleboro is here with us, and the state police. But this was a multi-state investigation, and there were so many agencies who committed time and resources and personnel to follow up on leads for us, and our partners, Suffolk County DA's office, U.S. Attorney's office, the ATF, etc. So good results, just results come from collaborative efforts by agencies working together, and that's what happened in this case. So I'm very grateful for that.
Bill,
tell me about the challenge of putting all of that evidence together in a comprehensive, cohesive way to the jury.
At the end of a case, you see the district attorney's office, the prosecutors. I said this earlier inside to part of the people who were involved. 1,000 hands touched this case, and at the end of the case, we're standing here, and it would have been an impossible task for me alone to have handled all the evidence, trying to bring it all together. I've had great assistants, Pat Bomberg, Brian Griffin, the officers assigned to the case, Jeremiah Donovan, Eric Benson, Jennifer Purcell, someone who works in our office. She's really the one who pulled it all together for us. And so too many people to thank. I think they know who they are, but never could have done it without, again, we're here at the end, but there's so many people who have contributed to the success of this case, and we're very grateful because we know it brings some small measure of peace to the family, and the homicides are the most serious cases that we deal with. But the idea that somebody was targeted in this case, I think you heard the evidence, there were 35 people who went to that scene before anybody knew who was involved. They were from a variety of agencies. They were there just doing their job. Homicides, there's been a commitment by this district attorney and Sam Sutter, the prior district attorney, to fully investigate every homicide. We've done that in this case. We've done that in other cases, every other case. So I'm proud of the work that goes into these cases. Again, we never get to this result without the commitment of so many people. So I'm grateful for that.
Bill,
you had Bill.
You've got to know this family very well. A decision like this is real personal in a way.
It's definitely personal. I have gotten to know this family, and again, myself, drew strength from just the dignity and the class and the commitment that they showed to let this go out. And there's a responsibility that we have to make sure that we do everything. And while I'm talking about that, I just wanted to thank my family, and I know I speak for everybody else. People make sacrifices. We made a sacrifice because we're committed to seeing this thing through. And as a result, our families, wives, kids, significant others, sometimes we're not there for them. And but I'm very grateful to them because they understand that we've been so blessed in our lives, and when some tragedy like this happens to another family, we're committed to try and do everything we can, and that sometimes means we have to make sacrifices. So this has been a wonderful family to get to know, and Odin Lloyd, he was a special person. Everything I've heard about him, they don't make young men like that. He didn't have a father. That story I heard early on about the last occasion he had to see his mother really touched us. That he was saying, Happy Father's Day, because he didn't have a father in his life, and in fact it was his mother who raised him to be the kind of person who was respectful and appreciated what he had. You heard his uncle Vaughn say he couldn't give him anything, he wanted to earn it, so he rode his bike every day to work as a landscaper. I think it was a great contrast between two young men, the defendant, had so much ability, so much talent, money, all the things that everyone thinks you need. And then you had Odin Lloyd, who didn't want that. He didn't want that given to him. He was going to earn it. He didn't have the athletic talent, but he loved football. And he continued to play football. And that's the kind of person he was. And so, yes, I did get to know this family, and that made it easier for us to commit what we thought we had to commit to bring this result about.
Bill, or did you have a sense that it was going to be close when that verdict was read?
We had great confidence in the case that we put together, and anytime you charge somebody with a homicide, you don't make that decision lightly. This decision wasn't made lightly. We intended to see the case through, and so when we charged him, we believed in the case. And obviously, there was the evidence. You've heard the evidence. The jury obviously agreed with that. So
Bill, you had no murder weapon, you had no eyewitness, but you stood up there in closing arguments and pointed at Aaron Hernandez and said he pulled the trigger. Talk to me about where your confidence in that statement comes from.
Well, I'm not going to. I appreciate the question. It's a very good question, but we're respectful of where we are in the case. We've had one defendant who's been tried, 2 to go. It obviously was a circumstantial case, and a joint venture that we argued to the jury. And I'm not going to say too much more because these other cases have to play out, and we'll obviously.
Just 2 more questions.
No, 2 more.
What went through your head when you heard guilty?
It's quite a relief. It's quite a relief. And again, part of this, there's a personal component, but what we're doing in our jobs is we're the front person, and we have so many people who are counting on us to bring about a successful result. There's the family that I want to bring some measure of peace to them and some closure, but there's the team that we represent, all the people who have worked so hard, and it's not something I take lightly. So it was quite a great relief to hear the jury, to have them acknowledge what we believe to be the case, that Aaron Hernandez committed the murder of Odin Lloyd.
Bill, looking back at the trial, how did his status as a Patriots player impact you and present challenges to you as a prosecutor?
Well, I think the district attorney hit it right on the head. This case was not about the Patriot player. This was just about a murder occurring, a brutal, senseless murder, and that this defendant, Aaron Hernandez, should be treated like anyone else. We paneled the jury and asked those questions. Can you treat him like any other citizen? And I was really grateful that I didn't think that really played into the case, the celebrity aspect of it. And again, I'll second my appreciation to you, the media, for the respect and the restraint you showed us, the family. I know you're here to do a job, but the process worked, and it worked because it wasn't a circus-like atmosphere to the presentation of this case, and that was important. And I think the jurors, professional, they didn't. They focused on the evidence, they showed up, they were serious about it, and obviously that shows in the verdict. So
when you arrested him, you only charged him. You didn't charge all 3 in the car. Why?
I'm sorry, I didn't.
You're listening in on reaction from the prosecutors. They are applauding the jury's decision to convict former Patriot Aaron Hernandez of first-degree murder this morning, saying they were confident